All right. The oldest of 6 Catholic children, and I went to a Catholic school for my whole grammar school period. It was astutely Catholic, but by the time I was 11, I kind of demanded that I be put into a public school, which my parents did for 2 years. But then I started turning into such a little scalawag, responding to the early vibrations of the rock culture, wanting to have a ducktail, and all the accoutrements of a young ho-daddy in 1957 or 58. And so I was put for a year into a fine young man's school. I was miserable at this prep school, but on the other hand, my mind sought constantly for a means of escape, and so I really fixated heavily on the ocean as a symbol. So I started surfing that summer. My identity became so tied up with surfing. And surfing was a stimulus so strong, you know, it was really good for me physically, plus it got me going through the motions of finding things, exploring California. It's so precarious, you know. I mean, you're literally inside a tube of water. You're in the eye of the wave, and it's terrifying. It really is. But it's also exhilarating, extremely psychedelic. Your senses are just barraged by energy. I've been doing it for 12 years. And I still relate to it, but it's not, I used to be a surfer, you know, first and foremost, you know, and now I might think, well, but I'm really a mammal.
Oh, those things get you so loaded, man. They're just the finest thing that ever happened. Gets people high. Mike and I got those people so loaded at that party that we were at that everybody forgot. They just forgot any trips. Everybody was just sitting there, you know. They were just sitting there digging each other and digging me and digging Michael, and it was a primo feeling, really a primo feeling. We had a really high collection of people there, you know. That really helped.
Pot is almost a constant. Smoking weed. The first J I smoke during a day always is unique, you know, because it's a kind of a fresh impetus to the nervous system, and so it's overall effect is one of kind of being a tranquilizer, actually. My status piece for the season. Hand-printed Christmas card. The idea I got from the tarot, and one of my favorite cards, and a card corresponding to me astrologically, is the Hermit. Sometimes I project into my myth qualities that are ascribed to this particular sign, which is I think it represents a person, or an aspect of the personality, the evolving personality, where it's reached not the final degree of enlightenment, like you can't call him really a master of wisdom, but yet he's attained a degree of wisdom or world knowledge sufficient that he has a responsibility to turn on his brothers, you know, his fellow men.
Hello. That's Davy Cannon. That's Sharon. That's my brother, T.P.
This is my sister, Patty.
What are you doing?
Getting loaded. What have you been doing?
Oh, nothing. We just down at the beach. I just came by to see some of your pots and stuff. I might buy some for Christmas presents and stuff, if you have any.
I went to Orange Hills College, a junior college, for a year and a half after high school. Although I didn't know then why I was doing it, nor do I nor now. This is what we do next. And I got turned on to drugs kind of when I was going there. And at the same time, I got caught by my parents for turning on, which caused, just shrieking. My son died on June 16th, and I got sent to the shrink to get better. At the end of that summer, I took acid, and it just blew my mind. Like, it was so extreme an experience. A real acid trip, is like, it's beyond pleasure, it's beyond pain, it's beyond complacency, it's beyond fear, You just fucking get your mind blown.
Okay, how have things been going?
We had a pretty good last December because I sold a bunch of pottery, so we didn't have to come in again.
Oh, you did? Good for you. Did you keep a list of how much you made?
Oh, I made about $75.
You didn't keep a record?
No, because I gave so many of them away that I'm not even sure.
Are you still doing this?
Yeah, but I haven't any now. I've been doing a little carpentry, but like I'm doing it for a brother downtown, and he's got about as much money as I do. I think I made making somewhere upwards of $25 a week.
Sharon? Yeah. You still working for the health plan?
I was in a period of taking a lot of LSD and actually living just the archetypal dropout existence in town here. And when you're taking psychedelic chemicals, you're really sensitive to the fact that what you've normally recognized as being reality, how your consciousness reacts to the everyday bullshit, there is just a fraction of what's there. And so usually you kind of undertake a search to find what you think is real and what isn't, what will verify the experiences you've had, taking these drugs, and what doesn't. And the tarot isn't LSD, but LSD and the tarot are both involved in self-realization.
You have been looking for work, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay,
like, I'm not idle. I built that bedroom before you came. I don't get out of light.
Where?
That extension out there. I may build on an extension of the bathroom. But I live in I don't know what you'd call the community I live in, but nobody's got any money. So, like, I work every week, but sometimes I do it for free. I used to work at the Akron. About a year ago, I worked at the Akron as a display man. But besides some, I couldn't work for the Akron because of some of the things they were selling. I just couldn't believe it, like they were selling DDT and things. It's like committing suicide slowly to assist in, that destructive a phase of the marketplace, I've taken just about every psychedelic except for organic mushrooms. I don't know how many times I've dropped. I could probably estimate around 150. Most of it's been a waste. Most of it's just been a burden on my nervous system, frankly. Maybe the 150 doses, trips I've taken, 10 really stand out. 10 really were psychedelic experiences. I just didn't take enough, or I took too much in the wrong place, You can really goof taking the things, that's for sure. If you're in a hung-up state and you take them, it's going to focus right in on that, usually. And you can have what is called a bum trip, which is just meaning you get swept away by some unresolved aspect and you can't get free of it. Bum trips are all kinds of things, but they can really be avoided, I think, a lot.